Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today up here in the middle of the island, or wherever we are. We don't really have a map at the moment, but we're grabbing our jacket. We're gonna break our face, is what we're gonna do. I'm going in there. 28%. What? That was a green... I can't believe it. You're full... Oh! As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. I'm gonna continue the voyage through the salty air and not close my eyes, because it's bad. It's just bad. I was ready to just take damage and be okay with it. But it's good that we didn't. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. It must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. And I can take my jacket, I think. Indeed I can. The RCM Patrol Cloak. That's great news. That's really great news. Disco has Blazer. I forgot that it's the name. So we got our cloak, which is... Where does that go? Right click? Yes. So that would be over here to our jacket. So I have extra suggestion, minus half light. This gives us extra shivers and extra esprit de corps. And I look pretty cool. It's not amazing or anything. I mean, those pants don't go well with this. That starts to clash. It starts to clash. Okay, we're riding our fashion senses here. We're just trying to go for something. Okay, let's... Oh, maybe I want to talk to you.
Yes?
No, I don't want to talk to you, as it turns out. Okay. Collecting rainwater. Which might be collective. Let's see if we have anything. No, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in here. Okay, there's a lot of things back here as well, but let's take care of that. So, oh, there's so much. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and Potent Pilsner. And those are supposed to be quotes. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here. Wait, how hard? How hard? Right. Well, they went through 6 bottles of Potent Pilsner, and 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard. Did I do it? Well, says Kim. The lieutenant looks at you, and then the bottles. Yes, I think we can say it with relative confidence that it was you. It looks like I had a lot of fun. It really, really doesn't, says Kim, and he turns to go. Let's turn our attention elsewhere and move on. Yeah, I can see where you're coming with that. Let me just collect the trash over here. And I really enjoy that it's every one of these is a plastic thing. I just enjoy the sound. It's good. It reminds me of Neo Scavenger. And I love Neo Scavenger. What do we have over here? This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnoux. Oh, we know this person. You need to rest. Your body is aching. What, do I? Oh no, it's just an endurance failure. Maybe. I don't know. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat. Oh, wait. This is a... Yeah, it's not because of the time. It's just because it's a contextual thing. I'm not going to have a seat. So this is where René works. I'm going to look around. If you must, the lieutenant looks around. But please hurry. We're pretty easy to spot up here. Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean, and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Let's take the picture, because we have no respect for private property. It's, well, actually, personal property, which is the correct term. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. René is not, evidently. She is smiling playfully at the camera. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories. Why did you take that picture of René? Says Kim. And he glances at the photo. Well, I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. That is true, part true. That's just, it's a video game. I take things. Fine, says Kim. He nods. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not taking a rest there. There is something out here. Nope, it's just the same. Okay, let's get out. We might even have something to do with a photo over here. Photo a happy couple. Black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a ferry wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in fancy uniform and smiling. On the back of... No, I thought he was about to start to smile. On the very back, or rather on the back, a very steady hand has written the words Ravachol Fair, Summer 91. Well, that's that. So there was a door over there. I didn't go through it, and I might have wanted to go through it. All around you, great machines in quiescence. I'm not really sure what quiescence means. It sort of sounds like quiet. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. It looks like a forest under snow. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. And then we're just back here, aren't we? Yeah, we're going for it. No, don't go there. There's a rocket launcher, or whatever that is. No, that's a control. A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Allumer and Éteindre. Those are both French, I suppose. Are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Allumer on and Éteindre off. Don't mess with it. Not right now, anyway. So this is for this crane over here. It was hard to spot it when the game zoomed in over here, especially because I was reading at the same time. Got a little bit of money there. Very much appreciated. You see fitted industrial lettering on the platform saying Kvalsund, which is the name of the machine. And there's no way... No, there is a way to get back here. Okay. There's some money over there. I'll take it. Oh. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. It's not oddly quiet. I know exactly why it is quiet. It's a freaking strike. You'd expect people not to work during a freaking strike, right? It's not odd. It's just, it's expectedly quiet. Although oddly quiet might mean something, might be trying to mean something different. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Also, if I press space, I just found out in this very episode, if I press space, the thing that hovers over my head actually activates. That's great. That's really good. Okay. And I have myself Ultra series gloves. Those look cool. Those are from Faln. And I forget which one Faln is. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Faln Ultra series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Yeah, probably pretty good. For all we know, that Ultra is just the cheapest version. That's just the cheapest version. So we get some Half-Life gloves. I wonder if those exist. Half-Light gloves. Instead of interfacing, so I can switch those around depending on what I want to use. And maybe now I'm gonna be able to use... Oh, those look really cool. I really enjoy stripes of color in clothing. Not my clothing, mind you. I don't have that, but I do like seeing it in others. So maybe I'll be able to go with some different pens then, because these are for electrochemistry. Yeah, there we go. It's better than going penless. Oh, the pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. I have 2 hands interfacing. I have 2 hands. It makes you look cool, calm, and collected. Jeans do? I suppose. I mean, if they do, thank you very much. I suppose. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft, yet crinkly. And hopefully it's... I was gonna say hopefully it's sweets. It's chewing gum. Or rather, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have the time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Also, speaking of which, I might want to... Is that the wrapper? Yeah, it is. I might want to interact with my ledger here. That's the one that I was remembering that I should level up. That is... Yep, that's the one. I can't, evidently, but I'll increase my interfacing. That's not the keys that I'm trying to click on. A gleaming chewing gum wrapper found in the pocket of the laborer jeans. It gives off an ever so faint scent of apricots. Your mouth starts watering. I haven't eaten all day, of course it does. A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads Tutti Frutti, which means all fruit. I'm not sure if that's an English thing. It is a Portuguese thing, but it might come more from Spain and Italy. This is Italian, though. It's just a thing. It's just a flavor, I suppose. It doesn't... I'm thinking of all the Tutti Frutti things that I've had. Like, for example, jelly. It's a very common flavor for jelly. I'm thinking... basically jelly. That's just the only place that I've had. But I've had multiple Tutti Frutti jellies. And not all of them taste the same. Certainly not all of them taste the same. So this is just a name that you add because you don't want to... Just like you want to be cheap. And you just want to throw whatever into your jelly-making machine. And that's what it is. Gum? Tutti Frutti gum? I suppose it exists. I never had it, though. But I mean, I assume it exists. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. I don't know what cinnamon is. Do I know what cinnamon is? Oh yeah, I do. Cinnamon buns. I never had them, but that's what I try to remember to know what cinnamon is. Cinnamon is that spice thing. It's not the... There's a fruit that I keep mixing up for cinnamon. Unless it is the fruit that I'm thinking, in which case it's the best fruit. But I don't think it is. Anyway, is it the spice or is it the fruit? It's one of those. Why do we even care about this? I don't know. Good question, says our Fury. There is no answer. Ooh, man, a capital after a comma? Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe they don't capitalize after colons on purpose. They just forget to uncapitalize some stuff because this is editing. Like, it probably originally was there is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it, and then they added the good question at the beginning. Drawn by regret, says our inland empire. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. No. I won't. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket. Lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret. I'm not 100% sure what the game does here. Do you see that? This is the narrator talking, but it's as if we're talking to the wrapper itself. However, here, it is the same narrator. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I had chosen that line over here, I would have had just apricot chewing gum wrapper telling us this. So I'm not really sure who I'm talking to or what kind of Fury I'm talking to at any one moment. But we'll figure it out. So this is good because we have money up here. I love it. This speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. That's a speaker tower? You can see some things up there. Oh yeah, it is. Sort of an interesting arrangement. Industrial-sized thermos. It smells like burned coffee. Okay. Yeah, that's the thermos that I mention every once in a while for the thermal cup. Container. There's somebody up there. Oh, I took all the money. I thought there were 2 monies. Let's just quick save because we're about to talk to the person. Who's that? The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Soon, oh soon the green is gone and everything is red. Says, oh, he's singing.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick. No, it really isn't, Encyclopedia. It's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Mundi. Why are you giving me a sick? Sick is not... You don't do... What? I mean... I can't say I'm an expert in how to use this thing. I know... I looked it up multiple times throughout my life. Because I keep forgetting. But sick is used to denote that something is not a typo error, or a typo. Typographical error is the where typo comes from, but rather written on purpose to be wrong, or to be to be wrongly written. And you do that usually on quotes, and it's always regarding the reader. So it would be for us. In video games, you don't see sick unless you're seeing a, I don't know what it stands for, it's probably Latin or something. Unless you're reading like a newspaper or something like that, in which case it's just a reference to real life usage of that expression. But if it's just narration, then I don't understand what that means. Is it a mistake by the writers, as in they're trying to say something else and I'm not sure what it is?
Container, used to be well pines. Container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everett, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kinda makes you feel like an asshole for no apparent reason.
I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. Well, here the word scab is used to signify also scab sympathizer. So I'm not. But I wouldn't be able to be a scab. I'm not part of the union, or rather, I'm not part of the workforce. Specifically, I'm a police officer, which means I am never part of the workforce. I mean, well, I guess well, yeah, that's it. Anyway. So what is it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks are just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
It doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I really like his accent. It's Irish, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's the... I can't tell you what region of Ireland it is from. I do know one person that I was trying to think of, where the person that I know that speaks very close to this, where they're from. I think they're from Dublin, but I'm not sure. It could be another part of Ireland, or even Northern Ireland for all I know, so that wouldn't be Ireland, at least at the time we're recording, evidently. You're Ubi, right? I mean, Ubi Sant? What the heck? No, that's not his name. That's his, the way it's said, it's like it's his ethnicity rather than his nationality. The Vanishing Peninsula of Ubi Sant. I wonder why it's vanishing. Could be many things. Maybe the ocean is rising. What are you doing with the containers? I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. He waves at the container towering behind him. What's going on here? I'm gonna look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. There we go. I thought we had used up all of our luck. But no, our logic came through. The containers in the yard are green. That was the easiest check as well. Was it? No, it wasn't. It's an 8. The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountain rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. Easy Leo was his name. I should have seen. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard score. It looks like a massive red coration operation, or red coration operation? That's red corating operation, Kim. And Kim says, yes, they're hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debardo Union logo on them. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? No, not really. He shrugs and continues merrily. Mr. Evrard doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Right. Okay, let me just make sure I know who we're dealing with, because his song is specifically regarding what he's doing here. Container now belongs to Evrard. So, what he's doing... Evrard is the head of the head of the Union. And we have heard, speaking of the Union, as basically another power. What's the word? So, another power player, another, or rather, the head of the Union as being another just sort of contender for power around here, and it's not now belongs to us or now belongs to the Union. It's now belongs to Ervaart. So that's another hint that Ervaart is indeed more like a bureaucrat or something like that than a representative of the people who are in the Union. And also, that's another one over there. If you want to read into that, I wouldn't read too much into this one, but Mr. Ervaart doesn't tell me all the big things. That's not nice. I mean, I understand where, that's why I would maybe not read too much into this one. If he's just a blabbermouth, then if there's some strategy involved, maybe don't. I don't know, even though it's not nice, needs must and whatnot. Thanks, Leo, you've been very helpful. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all, the little guy affirms merrily. It's really weird for me to be referring to him as the little guy, even though he seems to be old. Like, I would say probably 50s, maybe more, even? Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans in with a confidential look. We're on a strike. The whole union is. And don't have to work when you're on strike. We haven't worked for 2 months now. So no one is working? Asks Kim. Not everyone is down there, of course. He chuckles. Mr. Ervaart is in his office, where he always is, and Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble, and Ervaart sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's Union business. He smiles and leans closer. Him and his boys stirred something up in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Ervaart telling them to take some time off. Don't go all bad cop on this simple friendly fellow, says our suggestion. I'm gonna take that as a... I'm not gonna go on a bad cop. I wasn't even... Don't tell me... I'm not gonna go bad cop at all, let alone all bad cop. Wait. This might be connected, though. Wait. My lines actually tell me more than because I couldn't see that coming. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Really? Did they kill someone? I'm gonna ask. No, I don't think they killed anyone. The little guy shies away from you. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking. What's in that container over there? I'm gonna point to the container suspended from the crane arm. Oh, that might be why we need to bring the crane arm down. Oh, that one. He looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Do you work here? Oh, yeah. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. I'm like Mr. Ervaart's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right hand when Mr. Ervaart is away. Actually, Miss Before is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. A good-hearted chuckle again. Who is this Miss Before? Actually, I'm not sure if the T is mute on that word in French, but I'm just gonna go with that. Beaufort. That would be beautiful fort. That's, I think, no, Beau is beautiful, isn't it? Or is that good? Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Anyway, the lieutenant looks up at Leo. I'm mixing my accents all over the place. A real pretty lady with a skin like those d'eau and sucre. That's the... D'eau? What's d'eau? Is that sweet? I think? Sucre is, sucre, actually, is sugar. But sweet and sugar is weird for a name, but I suppose it can work, especially because it's a brand name. Skin like those d'eau and sucre candy bars with misses like them so much. Or my missus likes them so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and my missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here. I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Stay on this Miss Before topic. Yes. Hold on. Who's this Miss Before you mentioned? Oh, Lizzie? She's a real sharp tool. Mr. Hart put her through some fancy school and everything east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyery. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes. Spots our empathy. He goes on, if me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out to be like her. But she can't have kids. Oh, that's where the empathy comes from. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for about almost 50 years, she was. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. I suppose that was another adjective there. So Evart trained a lawyer named Miss Before. Interesting. Yeah, I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Let's see. I'm probably gonna say that. I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shoes, Leo. Oh. Yeah, let's go with this one. I'm not really sure about anything, so let's just not say pretty sure. Kim says, yes, this place really seems to run like a clockwork, says Kim. Keep it up, Leo. The lieutenant smiles at the little man. Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider. He says, sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here, but you guys are alright. The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day. Oh, yeah, I figured it was what he meant when he said, especially coming from you guys. Coming from you, it means a lot. Yeah. I figured it was because we were police officers, or are police officers. But, okay, I'm off. Bye-bye now. He returns to his work. And we're going to return to that conversation next episode, because for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I have hiccups, as usual. And if you did enjoy it, and if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, don't forget to leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well while you're at it, if you want. And thank you so much for watching, above all. And I always say it, but I always mean it. Thank you so much for enjoying the game with me, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.